Whenever you're ready.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. We are team BNB. Now hack is C3. As David mentioned, BNB stands for Brother and Brother, so that's who we are actually. So, what are we trying to do here? Is we're trying to look at a challenge, and from that, like, what opportunity do we have actually? To speak of C3 is just basically challenge 3. We didn't know what to put the name, so we put C3. So it's the same with the team name as well. I didn't know what to put, so BNB. Anyway, so challenge. So as probably most of us know that what challenge 3 is all about the rural and remote communities, which are not connected as good as the cities, and of course, you wouldn't find many techno-savvy people in those communities as well, actually. Right? At times, it is challenging for the rural and remote communities to connect, access, or even to update the electronic health records. So that's the challenge there. And I like the statement there and the challenge which it said that health information is important for the well-being of the community itself. As such, if you don't have that records, probably it can be difficult in emergencies or natural disasters or any other way, any other unforeseen circumstances to treat those communities actually, like if you don't have. So it's good to have that. So what's the opportunity here? I think few of the previous presentations have touched on this part, but I will go again actually. Like the opportunity here is to, with the digital divide, help people store the health records in a simple way, and I'm going to come on what simple way we are thinking of. Again, connect these health records to services like Royal Flying Doctor Services, Care Flight, or even specialists in the metro areas, metro areas actually. So what are the constraints to realize this opportunity? So some of the constraints you would see, traditional computer hardware is complicated for non-regular IT users. I've tried to make sure that I use proper terms, non-regular IT users as such. So that's not people who, these are people who don't use IT that often. Power is not reliable in rural remote areas. I myself have lived in rural Australia for a year or so. There can be sometimes a bit of an issue as such. So that's there. In my day job, I work for Telstra, so I didn't really like the concept of network is not that reliable, so I had to come up with something. So I thought it is not reliable because of the remoteness of the area itself. You don't have diversity for the network actually. When you don't have network diversity, and for whatever reason, if the network goes down, it takes a bit longer for the network to come online as such, and that's why it is not reliable. That's my way of putting things on it. Again, if you look at health record registry, specifically my health record, I happen to go and log in and get my own health records to see how it is and what it is. It is quite cumbersome. It is quite cumbersome. It tells you to go to the documents area and this and that, and then to put it in here, put your details. If for certain things, will I go and do those things? I don't know, depending on my time and stuff like that. I would like to call I'm an IT savvy person, so even for me, it is difficult. For a non-regular IT users, I think it is going to be a bit tough and stuff actually. So what is the solution which we have developed? What is the solution we can bring actually? Like it is to use a simple one-click device, which is again smartphone and tablets. When we were doing this solution, we thought a few other options. So maybe having an external hard drive with personal cloud and having a Wi-Fi connectivity, which makes its own Wi-Fi and everything, and it talks and all those things. And with that, then we thought of it gets more complicated. There is no OS on the external hard drive, and it is going to create problems actually. Like, so we thought the best is smartphone and tablets, and which is readily available, and it is one click. It's very easy to use. Many people who don't use computers use tablets. It's very simple to use, and so hence that is one of the things which we could do. The battery life is more than 10 hours now these days for all those things. It's going good on that. So the core is to build a mobile app which is simple to use, and we're going to build something called Conversational Mobile App. What we're going to use is we're We're going to use artificial intelligence. We're going to use voice authentication, no login in as such actual, like no need to remember your user IDs and password and all those kind of things. We obviously, because it is conversational, we're going to use natural language algorithms. It goes without saying. To collaborate, we're going to use a video file sharing platform. And of course, we're going to use a messaging API platform as well as there. There are other things which we have to keep adding to it, databases and all those things, to ensure that things are recorded even when the mobile or the smartphone or the tablet is not connected to a network. Actually, like often it is recorded and it syncs when the network is on. So the technologies which we're going to use, API.AI, that's one of my favorite one. I have used it before. Amar has recently learned to use that, which is good. So that's an artificial intelligence platform. Just the previous presenters went through Riot. Riot is for metrics, but we are using it only for video and file sharing purposes as such. I think the feature is really, really great as such in terms of if you, I'll come with an example and then probably we'll talk more about that. We're also going to be using Telstra messaging API for messaging platform. There is space to use both these platforms as such because depending on different requirements. So I'm going to talk about those requirements very, very soon. So this is what we have done here is it's a conceptual idea here, actual conceptual part of it. I have a little demo, small demo at the end as such actual, like I will try and show and hopefully it works as such. So this is your API, artificial intelligence platform as such, which allows for the development team like us to put things very quickly and very easily with the intents and the intentities, and it integrates very well with actions on Google, web demo. It integrates very well with Twilio, and that's where I think Telstra can probably come here as such. Actually, I'm not talking as Telstra person today, so Telstra can come here as well as such. So, so those kind of things can be integrated. Riot is really good. This is where we want to use it as such. You can actually, you don't even have to be on Riot actually to use Riot as such. Whoever at one end, they can just send it to an email ID or phone number, email ID, and that goes, and whoever connects it, you can start interacting with them as such. Actually, like you can share this photo as I showed, like it can be an X-ray or any other digital photo if the patient wants to share with the doctor. The video conferencing is on, and so on and so forth. Actually, like so it is a very good tool. It is encrypted. Most of the other messaging tools are as well encrypted as such. But I really found that this is quite easy to use as such. Actually, like in terms of the collaborative sponsor technologies we have, this was really one good to use one. Telstra messaging API is again something simple to use when we integrate into the conversational API. I believe the role for video file sharing platform and the messaging platform is it depends on what the need is as such. If the requirement for the patient is for the patient is to send a serious condition or to talk about a serious condition, probably they will use the video platform to talk and share the file and stuff like that. But if it is just an IoT sensor on the patient's body monitoring the health rate or heart rate or whatever it is, and if it is just a message, regular message which has to be sent or something like that, we could use the Telstra messaging platform as such there as such, and that will be just to inform or just to record somewhere actually, like which is non-urgent issues. So there are things which you could use and do things with that, and that's what it is. I will show a quick demo before we take questions, if that's okay. I hopefully it works. All right. All right, what's going on screen now? We'll start. Hello, Silly. I would like to update my health records. Oh, sorry. That's right. Thank you. I would like to update my health records. I would like to update information on my allergies. Bee sting. Bee sting. My face is swollen. So that is the kind of a thing which we're trying to implement. That's about something.
Just around matrix. Where does the messaging see that demo?
The messaging now you just hear like Dhanesh, sorry, or wherever it says a message or GP. So it would use this is already integrated. These particular apps which we can see on the screen are already integrated in API.AI, but we could use webhooks and connect to Telstra messaging API actually, just like what Twilio does, the same thing Telstra messaging API does. But the advantage is obviously being in the country itself, Telstra and security is more guaranteed around the health records, which sometimes the government agencies can be more strict on. So that is the advantage going with Telstra really. So that's where it will come actually. It has things. One, it says when it's hears me saying my face is swollen, then it knows we can put an action actually. Action go to now to Twilio your instance now, but we can replace it with Telstra.
This is the Google Assistant.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. But doesn't have to be Google Assistant actually. I can even go with Cortana actually, like, or I can even go with
So the Google Assistant is interacting with all of these APIs.
That's right.
Okay. Can you give us a bit more detail on the real problem you're trying to solve? So
the real problem we're trying to solve here is to help people who have difficulty in browsing through the IT world as such, like the health forms and all those kind of things, and the typing part of it, and who really have difficulties understanding where things are, who don't necessarily use the tutorials and stuff like that. Make life simple as such, actual life. And most people, those non-IT users, will not update this information because it's too complicated. And there's not help around all the time as such, actually. So you want something which will talk to them and gets updated.
Your voice technology identify this particular user like just by the voice. Is it possible?
Yeah, voice authentication is that's what we want to use. But yes, this thing at this stage can be set up just for your own login. Actually, once it's set up, actually, like then it will just get activated by voice.
one question about matrix. Where does the matrix part come in?
Oh, the riot.
Yeah.
Right. Again, we got to use webhooks actually, like the API SDKs actually, like, and bring the riot here. So now
would be the application, right?
Yeah. So onto that, I would say when in this case it's saying that it's recording the allergy as such, and then it's sending the GP, so it is using the Telstra messaging. If the condition was I am feeling unwell as such, actually, like, or something like that, then the Silly will ask, do you want me to connect to your GP? Then I would say, yes, I would like to. Then it will take the riot app, put the riot app, and then it will say, here is the GP. So that's the thing.
Thanks, guys.